Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Amelia and I am prepping for my first ever bikini competition. So I haven't posted in a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd start by apologising about that. If you have been following my videos, you would know that we have recently acquired a new business, and so I have been really busy, and I know it's no excuse, but I've just been so busy at work, trying to see all of the new clients, learn everything, and yeah, I just haven't had time to post a video, so I must apologise. Sorry about that. So just to recap what has happened in the clinic over the last few weeks, so we're slowly getting used to all of the new processes that have been put into place. We're getting to know all of our clients, so we're really lucky to have gained a whole heap of new clients for Pilates, physio, some new ones for podiatry, acupuncture and massage as well. So it's been really nice getting to know all of them and yeah, just getting to know the clinic in general. We did unfortunately have every single staff member who was previously at the clinic quit day after another, which really threw a spanner in the works. So we had the practice manager who was also a Pilates teacher, we had another Pilates instructor, we had a physiotherapist who was just there part-time, and we had a receptionist as well. So all four of them quit in one weekend. That leaves me to be the only Pilates instructor and physiotherapist at the clinic. So of course my schedule went from a 5-day work week to a 6-day work week, and 6 long days at that. So I'm doing my split shifts. I'm going in the morning. I'm usually not getting a lunch break, or if I am, it's quite short-lived, and then I'm coming back for an afternoon shift as well. The original plan was, and my diary stands, that I got 3 hours off in the middle of the day to go and do my gym and have my lunch and then get stuck back into work. But unfortunately, because of, I guess, the Pilates class schedule that we already had that the other girls were doing, I've had to take up those classes, so I haven't been able to do that. So I had to sacrifice something, and I couldn't really sacrifice the new clinic, so I did have to let gym go for a few days each week, which was really hard for me, and really put a bit of a spanner in my works in my comp prep, which I'll get to soon. So although I never really had any issues with the diet, I did get down to 1200 calories, which is really low, and I ended up getting quite sick. I wasn't losing any weight, I plateaued. I was getting sick, I was really lacking energy after a week or so at that level. I felt like I was always holding off a cough. I got gastro at one stage. Yeah, I felt run down. And obviously that's a combination of doing more hours at work, but also probably not getting enough nutrients into my body, even though I was eating really healthy foods. I just wasn't having enough calories for what I was doing. But then I justified it because I wasn't going to the gym. So I was constantly in a battle of whether or not I'm eating enough or whether or not I'm exercising enough, and on top of that, trying to get the business going for the last few weeks. So you can imagine, hopefully, that that's quite hard emotionally. So it started to put a bit of a strain on myself, and then that, unfortunately, I started bringing home as well. So yeah, it wasn't really good for our relationship or our home life or work life for me to be in that kind of emotional state. On top of that, like I said, Mike's running 3 businesses, so he's really stressed as well. So the last thing he needs is a crazy girlfriend running around spontaneously crying or just feeling down every now and then as well. So something had to give, and when I looked at my priorities, number 1 is health, because without my health, how can I help anyone? How can I be a good girlfriend? How can I look after myself? So number 1 is health, and then comes my relationships. So when I start to see my relationships between myself and my family suffer, yeah, that's calls for a bit of a rethink in what I'm doing and how I'm acting. So, health, relationships, career comes next for me, and obviously I can't give up the business. I can't change my work hours because that's just non-negotiable at the moment, and we don't have the staff to do anything. So they're my top three, and thinking about it, bikini doesn't really fit in those top three. It fits somewhere way down below, after the dog and friends and everything else that comes in between. So I've been contemplating over the last few weeks whether or not I will be able to do enough training for the goal of competing September 30 and I think October 6 or 7 it was. And it wasn't until I was with a client this week and she said to me something that really stuck with me and made me have a good think about everything. She said, "You can do everything, you just can't do it all at once." And that really sang true to me and made me reevaluate my priorities at this point in time. I will do a bikini comp, I know that, and I can certainly do it, but I just think at this point in time I need to prioritize work and my relationships and my health as my top three and put bikini comp on the back burner. So I've decided to do that. It was a really tough decision, and I did have quite lengthy discussions with Michael and a few of my friends as well to see whether or not it was the right decision, and everyone agreed that it was. So I won't be competing in the comp next month, but I certainly will be competing in a comp or two in Season A in 2018. So yeah, that's my big news this week, and as sad as it is and as hard as it was to make that call, I did decide on that last week, and after having a week of rest, eating a normal healthy diet and not putting too much pressure on myself, I actually feel a lot more happy and satisfied with the decision that I have made. Like I said, I know that I can get on stage and I know that I can do it because what I saw in the first 9 weeks of my comp prep was more than I could have asked for, and I learned so much about my body. So I have no doubts that I can do it and that I will do it when the right timing comes. So I'm aiming to compete March, April, May next year, which sounds like a long time away, but it's really not. We're nearing the end of the year and comp prep will take a while. So yeah, watch this space. I'm continuing to do my weekly videos because technically it is still my first bikini comp prep that I'm doing, but it's just at a different time and different pace than I originally planned. So I'll be doing my weekly videos. After having this week off, I'm getting back into training tomorrow, which is a big relief for me. I do feel really different when I'm exercising and when I'm not. Even though my body may not look any different, it certainly feels different, and I much prefer when I am exercising, so it was really nice to see the difference between the two and make me appreciate gym a whole lot more. It was getting to a point where I didn't even enjoy exercising. I was merely doing it because I had to rather than because I wanted to. And being an avid exerciser my whole life, I really didn't like that. And I didn't really like the state of mind that I was in with work and everything else going on. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date with how I'm going. I won't be weighing myself weekly like I was, but I will certainly be eating really healthy and doing some more interesting workouts and changing things up and building some muscle. So I think I need to work on my glutes and probably just capping off my shoulders a little bit more before I do cut for the bikini comp, or before I do start my comp. So I'll go in and I'll do my body percent. Because we do have a bit more time as well with the videos and whatnot, we might break things up a little bit with some recipes, some workouts and all kinds of things. So rather than just informative sit down videos, I might just think about doing that for you as well. So apart from having a week off with diet and exercise this week, I mean, I still did get a few runs in and I did get a good workout in, and they did feel really good. I just didn't have the pressure of doing it, which was really nice. I was invited to Griffith University to give another lecture on mental health physio, which was great, and we had some really good interest from the students, which was really positive as well. So career-wise, everything's going really well. I just need to make sure I'm looking after my health and relationships too. So there you have it, guys. I hope you can appreciate how difficult this video was to make, as I do feel like I'm letting myself and anyone who was supporting me through the comp prep down by not competing next month. But I don't want to get on stage knowing that I could have done better. I want to give 110% to everything that I do, and if I haven't, I just don't feel like it's worth putting myself up there to be judged for something that I know that I could have performed better at under different circumstances. So I really can't wait for next season, and by then we do hope to have another physiotherapist on board. We will have another Pilates instructor at the end of November. So by having that little bit of extra time to put towards my comp prep, I know that I can bring a better package that I'm more confident with on stage as well, which then will be reflected with my on-stage presence and confidence and everything that goes into it. So yes, I'm really excited still, and I can't wait to continue to share my competition prep over the summer with you, and some healthy ways to approach the Christmas and New Year season. So I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. I hope you have an even better week this week, and I'll talk to you next week.